I was so hungry, had this insatiable thirst for curiosity and understanding the way people make decisions, the way we operate when situations arise. You know, obviously I was my own guinea pig. Things were completely perfect from the outside in my picture-perfect marriage, my picture-perfect life, having the $1 million home, the first-class wedding, the travel, and also the very lucrative $1 million practice, all before I was 30 years old, that I actually built. But I was completely empty and I felt like such a fraud on the inside. Fraud that I was failing in every sense of the word. But it was only because my perception and my perspective was very odd. In my story, in my world, because I had lost my entire family before I was 19, my sole goal at that point in my life was, you're gonna create a family that you lost. So then it set me up on a pattern to then think that, am I worthy enough for love? Because I come from a very nope, weakness, and if you show a sign of vulnerability, that means you're weak. So, having to have it all together, having to be pretty and, to achieve and to do all these things was so much pressure, where I literally, collapsed 5 years ago, and collapsed not in a physical sense, but in an internal sense of saying, wow, the way that I was living my life, the way that I was actually, governing this idea of what perfection, what success meant, was completely all distorted. So it affected me not in my success as an entrepreneur or success outwardly as a businesswoman or as a doctor. It triggered me at my most intimate level, and that was my relationships. And so trying to relate this in a different way, it's the perception of our realities, our perspective of the world, and our perception creates meaning. So this meaning that, okay, because I lost my family, am I going to find love? Or am I going to get into these unstable or toxic relationships? And it was one after the other. But when we understand where that meaning, where that pattern is coming from, then we can literally create a new association with that, change the meaning, we change the pattern, then we actually change our perspective and perception, and then we can actually create our new beliefs and our new values for that.